Well, hello, this is Rosa RC Jacqueline. How you doing? Bringing to you how to make your own, from scratch, egg rolls. The egg roll wrappers and the egg rolls. Okay, got a recipe off the internet. And what it asks for, just to give you a quick little tidbit, it makes about 16 egg rolls wrappers. You use 1 large egg, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup of very cold water. So I've got my flour and my salt already in here. Now let me crack up the egg. We need 1 large egg. Alrighty. I forgot. Oh yeah, I do have my little towel. I'm gonna go straight to the washing machine after I'm done. And then 1/2 cup of water. I got 1 cup of water just in case I needed more. I wasn't too sure because I've never done this before. So let's go down to 1/2 cup. A little bit more. And we're going to mix it all up, and this is all it says to do. So, oops. That's my reminder. Sorry about that. Okay, so in a mixing bowl, whisk the egg, then add the rest of the ingredients and stir until it starts together into a dough. Cover and let the dough rest for 10 minutes or longer. Then we're going to place the dough on a floured surface, which is, I've got my baking mat here. And in case for those who don't know, this is called a dough whisk. I think it's called Danish dough whisk. But it's supposed to make things easier, for you when you're mixing up your doughs. Okay, now I think I've got it pretty much mixed up. See that? Now let me go ahead and use my hands. And we're going to make it into, I'm not going to knead it or nothing. I'm just going to put it all together so it makes into a nice pile of dough. Because we're going to be rolling it out. Feels a little dry for me. But then again, remember that dryness could be based on your temperature. And I'm going to add a tad more water because I think it's a little too dry. Because you want it to mix up and stay together. We're going to knead it for about 5 minutes, but not yet. And then while this sits for like 10 minutes, that'll be a time where I'm going to get my oil, my pan, and put the oil in it to get ready to fry these up, because I'm going to try these first fried, and if I like the texture and the taste, and hubby likes the texture of the dough, then we'll you always add a little bit of water at a time so you don't get too much water. Okay, yeah, that's getting to be a lot better. It feels more like dough. And it's not overly sticky. And it's not overly floured. Okay, so there is our dough mixture now. We are done. So now it says cover and let the dough rest for 10 minutes. So let me wash my hands. I'll get a cover, set my timer for 10 minutes, get everything else ready so I can get ready to stuff these, roll them up, and then put them on the hot oil. And then we'll bring you back to that when we get to this next phase, which is Because all I'm going to do is just lay these out, roll them out, and then I'm going to cut them into the size of the squares. Because you know what, I'm just wondering, cut the dough into 8 pieces and shape into pieces of rectangles. Okay, yeah, that's easy to do. Okay, we'll bring you back when that next phase comes into play. Okay, while the dough is resting for that 10 minutes, I've got some vegetable oil in here. I've got some chopped up red cabbage and some onion powder, garlic powder. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Oh. These are nice little dispensers to spray your food on. Spray in your pans with your food. This is just vegetable oil. And I want to make sure that it gets enough, because you want to wilt the cabbage so it gets cooked. And then it's going to finish cooking when it fries inside the egg roll. It smells so good. Whoops. I got too much of a high heat. Let me turn my heat down. We want to wilt the cabbage. We don't want to burn it or cook it. Yeah, I have the high heat too high. Turn down my heat a little bit more. You can of course add any seasonings that you want on this. Next thing is I'm going to add the drained and cooked pork that hubby cooked earlier for me today. And this is going to be the filling for the egg rolls. This is just breakfast, actually not breakfast, it's just pork sausage. It is breakfast pork sausage. Gonna throw this part away, don't need that no more. And of course you can put any kind of meat or skip the meat if you're a vegetarian. And put whatever veggies you want on the inside. I always think of egg rolls as cabbage inside. And I wanted to go with the purple just because it was a pretty color. You could have gone with the green one, the green cabbage. It's up to you. Okay, so it's all mixed up. I'm just getting the little scrapings off the little part where I had too much of a high heat. Now I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes so everything can incorporate inside of it. Let me grab a lid. And the lid's just to keep the steam inside. It's a little big, but it'll work. Okay, so we're going to go back now to, well, let me make sure I got everything. So, oh, I didn't add the salt. In fact, let me taste it. This is the time you want to taste it to make sure that it tastes the way you like it. Definitely needs salt though. I'm a short eater. A good flavor. You can taste the pork. You can definitely taste the garlic and the onion powder. And of course, if you want to add some pepper to it, but I'm not going to. So this is where you get to add any seasonings of your choice. Just me and hubby, so I can double dip. Yep, very, very good. Very pleased. It's going to be on a low simmer. Turn it down to a low simmer. And I'll come check it in a minute. I skipped the green onions because I didn't want to bother with those. Oh, I forgot to do my sesame oil and my soy sauce. Okay. Soy sauce. I don't have sesame oil. Yep. I'm almost out of sesame oil. And again, you can skip this part or add it in there. It's totally up to you. I will put the recipe directions in the description box, but I'm going just by look. Alrighty. Leave that out. Get this out of my way. Okay, and I think that is everything. Yep. And then again, toss it all. And then you're going to do one more taste test, just to make sure. You may need to add something, or you may not. You should have enough fixings for, it says, the recipe says it makes 16. And again, I've never made this one before, so I don't know. I've made egg rolls, but not this particular recipe. Oh yeah, the sesame oil really gives a good flavor to it. Let me let that simmer. And let's go back to the dough. I will pause you and then bring you back. Okay, so we are back at the 10-minute time did go up. Let me get me some flour. Because it says put this on a floured area. And then let me grab myself some extra flour in case I need it. I'm sorry for reach there, but let's get our dough out. And then this is where it says, let me double check myself. Put the dough on a floured surface and knead for about 5 minutes or until the dough is very smooth and elastic, adding flour as needed to keep it from sticking. Then we're going to cut the dough into 8 pieces and shape each piece into a rectangle. Okay. So now we're just going to do the kneading. And it is sticky, just like it said it was going to be. And this is such a small amount. I don't need 2 hands. I think I can do it with 1. It is starting to smooth out, which is good. But I am also getting some sticky parts. Whoops. So now I'm just going to knead it for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to roll it out flat. You don't need to see me to do all that. And we'll bring it back when it's all rolled flat. I will cut it just like it said. Actually, let me add a little bit more flour here. I'm doing my timer, I'm doing my kitchen clock. It says for 5 minutes you want to knead it. And actually now I am using 2 hands. But I'm hoping to stay within my 15-minute time frame that I like to give myself. So from beginning to end, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of people know. But of course, I'll be more than happy. Post in the comments if you want to see a detailed video of step by step by step for sure, which is more detailed, which is probably going to be like a 45-hour video. I'll be happy to do that. But I know a lot of people don't, they already know what I'm doing. They know how to knead. They know this part. Because everybody's different. Everybody comes and like, I'm 63 and I just started baking from scratch and cooking and baking 3 years ago. You know, I cooked, yeah, but baked, yeah, but I was always processed stuff, box stuff. Now I'm doing it all from scratch. And my next thing is to make bread from scratch, not the bread machine. I love doing the bread, using the bread machine. But on days when you don't have power, I want to be able to know how to make bread because we have gas. We'll have our gas stove. We may not have electricity. And I'm learning how to knead. You just take it and roll it, bring it in, take it and roll it. You push down with your palms, then you take it in. Let me get myself a little bit more flour, because you don't want to over flour it, but you also don't want it to be sticky. And as you see, we're going to a different area on the mat. And this is a baking mat. So don't ever cut on it or put anything hot because it's plastic. But it sticks to my table, which I like, and I like the size of like the pie sizes, like a 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 22, 25, 27.5, 30. And that's centimeters. Then in inches it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So look, depending on what size dish you have. And then it's got the measurements on the side in inches, and on the bottom, yeah, in inches and centimeters. And then like on temperatures, Fahrenheit, Celsius, measurement table, what is 1 cup, ounces, tablespoon. So this is a nice little mat. I got it on Amazon. I'll take a picture of it when it's all nice and clean, so you can see it for those who would like to get something similar to this, because I know they still sell it. I've seen it. My fingers are getting kind of tired. It's like, whew, this gives you a workout. Okay, I'm almost at my 5 minutes. But it's no longer sticky, which is good, but I do need to know I gotta roll it out flat, and it does say roll it on a floured surface. But I'm gonna cut it. Okay, my 5 minutes is up. See, isn't that pretty? Pretty little dough. Okay, let me go get my cutter. I'll bring you back. I'm gonna cut it, flat it, and then I'll bring you back for all that. Okay, we are back. One's already been taken a taste out of. Very, very good. And, oh, let me bring you closer so you can see what I'm going on. Okay, so these are frying. Instead of being a rectangle, mine turned out more like tortillas. Well, that one turned out pretty. See that? Didn't that turn out good? There's my other, I got another layer. That one kind of opened up a little bit. That's okay. Because you know what? Like I said, as long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. Now, here's one that we rolled up. Hubby helped me with a little bit with this. And I was told you put the seam part face down so it fries. And see that? Now that one turned out a lot better. Of course, like everything else, the more you practice, the better it gets. Okay. Now let's bring it back on how we fill it and roll it. Sorry for the movement there, but I want you to see step by step of what's going on. So here, those are my wrappers. My wrappers, here's my filling. And here I have one right here. And I'm using my fingers, and as I'm rolling, I'm keeping it snug. And my tortilla, the dough stayed out here a little longer than I expected. I'm getting a little bit of water just because I wanted the dough to stick to each other and seal. And this one here, roll it over so it seals. Try not to roll too much over. This is just a bowl of water, it's all this is, so the dough will stick to each other and seal. And there we go. Let me put this in the fryer. This is our last one. Let me get all this out of the way. Get my dishes out. Filling don't need to do anymore. Oh, let me turn this one. Let me angle you back over here. And then we're going to do the taste test. And then you know what? We are done. You can add any kind of sauce you want. Store-bought, make your fresh ones. We've got some store-bought. I didn't make. That'll probably be another video where I'll make my own fresh dipping sauce. But these are actually, it's definitely did make 16. I think I did it too big. But anyway, see, here they are. And here's the one. My first one. Ooh, that's kind of hot still. We're going to do the taste test. Definite 2 thumbs up. Purple from the purple cabbage. But I say, yay, this was a good winner. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video. I'm going to finish watching these. Then we're going to eat some supper. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.